everyone. Welcome to my Facebook Live. I've been gone for 2 weeks, and so it feels kind of strange to be back. I've missed all of you guys. I am April Davis. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin Up. I live in Lewisburg, Kansas, and today is Thursday, May 2nd. If you're watching, if you happen to be on, be sure to say hello. I'm also checking to make sure that I've gone live. Not seeing it just yet. It says it's live and recording, but I'm not seeing it yet. So I'm hoping I'll come on soon. I'm worried because I'm not seeing it. Here we go. I see it now. That's awesome. All right, so let's get started. I have so much to chat with you about. This is the first. Hi, Sandy. So good to see you. Thank you for saying hello. I have so much to talk about. So I've been gone for 2 weeks. I was in Greece for 2 weeks. It was the most amazing trip I've ever experienced. Ray and I had so much fun. And if you follow me on Facebook, you were able to see some of the pictures that we posted. But it put me behind just a little bit. And now it's, hi Mom, good to see you. It's May 2nd. And one of the most exciting things that's happened is that our new catalog has been released. We have an annual catalog that new one comes out, every year, 1st of May. And I wanted to spend just a little bit of time talking about this new catalog because it's different. It's different than what we've had before. So let me go ahead and pull it up, and I'm going to spend just a tiny bit of time walking through it. There's so much more that I could tell you about this catalog, but because it is different from what we've had before, I wanted to just share a little bit, because when those of you that have been following Stampin' Up for quite some time, you're used to having a catalog where you are able to just go in and see all the stamps and everything that we've got. This one's organized a little bit differently, and you can tell just by the cover of the catalog that it really talks about community and our stamping community. I know I have so much fun when my friends get together and we're able to stamp together, and that's what Stampin' Up is promoting, is just that community of like crafters getting together. But it's also organized this by how you want to craft. Maybe you just want step-by-step crafting, and that would include our kits, for example, or you want something that's quick and easy, so you can just go to this section for quick and easy. Or maybe you want to create your own way. You're an avid crafter and you want to create your own way. So the catalog is really more of a tool to help you find the areas that are going to most serve you with what you need. So you've got your table of contents, and then if we go just into the step-by-step crafting, talking about how portable it is, and that you can get together. These ladies are having coffee, but you can have a coffee and work your kits. I have a kit class once a month, and that's what we do. We get together, we chit chat, we craft, we sip, we snack, and we just have a good time. So it does talk about our kits collections, but you're not going to find all of our kits in this catalog. You can see there's a QR code. If you use the QR code, it takes you to our online store, which will give you all of the kits that we have available at the time. It's just giving you the flavor to talk about the fact that we have kits. Then we get into, and it talks about our paper pumpkin a bit, but now we're getting into quick and easy options. And in these quick and easy options, it's an opportunity to pick and choose some of the things that you want to utilize. You're spending a little less time than if you were to have to design everything on your own. It talks about if you're a brand new crafter and you don't even know where to start or what types of tools you need, it gives you your top 10 tools that you need. Your scissors, your glue, dimensionals, your ink, so on and so forth. So we're trying to, or I should say Stampin' Up is trying to talk to all of the crafters, the new crafters, the avid crafters, and give them what they're looking for. The mix and match. being able to take different pieces that Stampin' Up! Is able to provide to you, whether it's cards and envelopes, whether it's ephemera packs, and then be able to put cards together. I don't want to get into a lot of this right now because I do want to show the cards that we're creating tonight, but I do want to show you that you need to look at this catalog in a totally different way. It's not just a catalog of items to sell. It's really a tool to help you along the way. Here are some card layouts to help you with card designs. Some people, when they get started, they don't know where to start. So they've got some ideas here, card designs, talking about the color families. As I go through more, wrapping it up, these are tags that you can create for packages. Creativity your way. Now we're getting into that avid crafter that likes to have all the pieces and create. They dream big, you know, their creativity is unlimited. They're inspired. And so now we get into our suites, and the suites have been put together so that everything is all in one place, and they're bigger images, which helps. So for example, this particular one, you've got, you know, your stamp set, you've got your dies, you've got your embellishments, you've got your designer series paper. And then over here are examples of the various cards that you can make, utilizing maybe just the stamp set, or the stamp set and the dies, or the stamp set and the designer series paper, or a combination of all of those. So not going to spend a lot of time on the suites, but everything is here. Then we get into the bundles. And now the bundles are typically a stamp set and dies, for example. And what's nice about this is they've got it laid out so that you can see what the bundle is, and then you can do the stamp set individually, you can do the dies individually, you can do the masks individually. It's not that the other catalogs didn't have this, but this is laid out better so that you don't get confused. Because sometimes it was confusing. You thought you were ordering the bundle, but you only ended up getting the stamp set. So they've got this laid out a lot better with all of the samples coordinated with the bundles that you've got. Going through more. Encore. Sandy, I think you were asking about returning stamps. This is the Encore section. There are a lot of stamps sets that have come back in this catalog, which I'm excited about because it's an investment for me. And now I've got a number of these stamp sets already on hand that I can spend more time sharing with you guys as far as cards. And then we get into specialty stamps. These are our reversible stamps, which means that each side of this stamp set you can use. One is for a base, and you flip the stamp over and then you get the detail. So it goes into that and shares that information. And the other thing that you'll find is that it starts to include various tools that you might need. This one happens to deal with scenes, and so it gives you suggestions on how to build scenes with your stamps, or your backgrounds, how you're utilizing your background and tools that you would need for your background. This kudo to demonstrators. These are $1 million demonstrators that have had $1 million or more in sales. They're given the opportunity to design their own stamp sets, and so these are featured. Then you've got storage. You've got showing appreciation. I just want to show appreciation. Where do I go? Oh, the thank you cards or the stamp sets are right here. For memories, celebrating the year. We've got Valentine's, we've got winter, we've got Mother's Day, we've got Father's Day. They're bringing everything together just to make things easier for us. Crafting with kids, some of the kids' stamps. Whereas before everything was kind of mixed up, this is more organized. They put a lot of thought into it. Invitations, all the various kinds of invitations and what you need to utilize for building your invitations. Craft for your home. Stamps for that. They put all the metallic papers together. And so if you want metallic, this is the section of the catalog that you go to. The ribbons are all together. The embellishments are all together. All of the adhesives are together. I don't know. I really like this. In the other catalog, this wasn't all together, so you had to look in different places. Watercoloring, a technique that's so much fun, but what do you need to do that? And it talks about, you know, the various tools that we've got so that you can watercolor. This is fun. Get moving. These are cards. These are interactive cards. Fun folds, peekaboo cards, let it slide cards, shaker cards. Now you can utilize this catalog as a tool. And if you're interested in doing a shaker card, you can go to this section and then we'll give you suggestions as to how to do that. Masking, and I'm going fast, I apologize, but we'll pick up more of this. Texture, embossing, and embossing pastes. Now you've got your dry embossing and your embossing folders. Blending, our Stampin' Blends and our markers. This section is so cool. Color theory. Sometimes do you get stuck in what colors to utilize? This goes over monochromatic, complementary, analogous, triadic. They give you the color wheel, all of the colors that we have in our line so that you can start coordinating which colors go together to create the various types of cards that you want. And then of course we get into our color collections and all of our colors. And then the index is organized differently in the sense of maybe I just want to look for stamp sets. The stamp sets are organized right here. Or maybe I want to look for dies. Now I've got my dies here. Or my tools and storage. This index is way better than we've had in the past, but because before it was just for stamps. Now we've got paper and memory keeping and punches and stamp sets and our ribbons, and I'm just having so much fun with this catalog because there's so much information in here. I've had a lot of feedback, that they're just not used to something like this. But if you look at it in a different way, and change is hard, but if you look at it in a different way, you're going to realize that not all of our products are in this catalog. We have a huge online store. And so you can use the QR code to take you to the online store that will give you more items to be able to look at, but this gets you started. So I'm not going to spend any more time on the catalog because I got other things I want to talk about. But I did want you to be able to look at this catalog in a totally different way because Stampin' Up! Spent a lot of time trying to get it organized so that you could use it as a tool rather than just a place to shop. All right, let me move this out of the way. Another thing that I wanted to talk about starting on May 1st is that we have got a demo kit special going on. So anybody who's interested in becoming a demonstrator, whether it's just as a hobby demonstrator so you can get the discount, or maybe you want to build a business like I am, but they've got the most amazing special going on right now. They're focused on our in colors, and for free, anybody who signs up for free is going to get a package of assorted of our card stock. So these are all the new in colors. Then you're also going to get a package of the designer series paper. This is a 6x6 package. There's 40 sheets, 2 sides to this. You're going to get that. You're also going to get all of the ink pads in the new colors. Plus, you're going to get the Stampin' Right markers. So you're going to get those as well. This entire package of all of the new ink colors is free when you sign up to become a demonstrator. The kit is $99. You get $125 worth of product. Plus, you get this for free. So if you have this on your list, you might want to just get it for free. Just saying. So let me move this out of the way. I'm so excited about this. But let me move it out of the way. And I want to show you now the cards that we're going to be working on. So tonight we're going to be utilizing the Latte Love stamp set. And the Latte Love stamp set has both the stamps and then it also has dies. We're going to be utilizing both. And I'm going to take myself down off of the camera here in just a second so that you will be able to see what I'm working on. But I wanted to show you the cards really quickly. So we've got 3 cards. How fun is this? I love coffee, so Latte Love is near and dear to my heart. But this is a fun card that you are utilizing the designer series paper and making it part of the fold of the card. We're going to do that one first. Then we've got another one. Lost Lagoon is one of the colors in this designer series paper set, and so we've got a lot of Lost Lagoon in here and pecan pie, but I love these color schemes. And then this is our third card that we're going to be making tonight. Let me bring the paper in just a second to show you. This paper is called a little latte, and what's fun about this paper is that you've got the coffee cups with the various designs that they make, and of course all of our designer series paper is two-sided. We've got some plaid, some coffee beans, we've got more coffee cups in the background here. This kind of looks like what your coffee looks like when they put all the foam and everything on it. It's got a little bit of a peach hue to it, but look at the little hearts that they make, you know, when they're doing the designs in the coffee. And then we've got this one, and then we've got this one as well with the Calypso Coral. So let me take myself down. Let me see if I can get this figured out. I'm going to put this back up and move this over. Okay, good, good, good. There we go. All right, let me move this out of the way and let's get started on our first card. Got to pull the kit up. All right, for this card, my card base is actually just a piece of pecan pie cardstock. Then I've got a piece of designer series paper that we're going to utilize. I've got some more pecan pie that I use the color and contour dies for. I love these dies. So it's fun when you get stamp sets. A lot of times, some of the times I should say, hi Kara, good to see you. Thank you for saying hello. You will get dies that maybe don't necessarily coordinate with the stamps, which is fine because these dies I can utilize for anything and everything. I don't have to necessarily just use them for the stamp set. So I do utilize this a lot, and we're actually utilizing the color and contour dies on this particular card. Then I've got a piece of basic white cardstock that will fit on my card this way, and then I'm going to utilize this to stamp my coffee cup. And then I should have, and I do, I have two more little coffee cups that I cut out ahead of time just to save us some time out of Calypso Coral and Lemon Lolly. So let's go ahead and get started. And I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get started with the stamping first. So I'm going to bring my mat in, and I have my coffee cup already mounted. And what we're going to do with this particular coffee cup is we're going to stamp it in the Lost Lagoon. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out my Lost Lagoon, and we'll get started here. Make sure I've got it coated. I didn't bring over any scrap paper tonight, so I'm winging it, but I'm going to go ahead and get this stamped. Okay, and then what we're going to do, let me go ahead and get this cleaned off before we do anything else. Move that out of the way. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Blends because you can see that this stamped, but it stamped my coffee. My cup needs some color. And actually, before I put color on my cup, I'm going to bring in my pecan pie and I'm going to give my cup some coffee. So let me bring this one out. And I've got this cute little stamp here. That will be my coffee. And I'm going to fill it right in here. There we go. So now I have coffee in my cup. Clean that off. I'm so glad to be back stamping. You know, I loved my trip to Greece. Loved it. But I didn't craft for 2 weeks. And I'm just now getting back to it. So I'm so excited to be here tonight. So now I'm going to go ahead and just start coloring this in. I may go ahead and add some highlights to it here in just a second. But the ink, or I should say the stamp that I used actually provides those highlights as well. So let me get this going and then we'll see what we're going to do. I may wing it a little bit here. So let me go ahead and get this colored in. Looking to see, I'm so excited to see all of you guys on tonight. You know, I want to talk about my Greece trip because it was so much fun. And we just saw some amazing things. The archaeology sites that are there, from going to the Parthenon and going to Olympia in Greece and seeing the the first Olympics, and you know where they all performed. And it's just amazing to me how they're able to preserve a lot of this stuff. I mean, the dates that we were dealing with went back to BC, you know, and it's just amazing to me what they've been able to do. But the food was good. The people, we went on a tour. It was part of a tour, I should say. And the people that we met on this tour were just so much fun the entire time. And so we actually are planning another trip. This time it's to, we're going to be on a river cruise down the Danube, and we're going to go to the Christmas markets. So this is scheduled for December of 2025, but I got it reserved today, so excited about that. Now what I want to do is I want to cut out my coffee cups. So let me go ahead and go in here and get my dies. And here's my coffee cup die. So let's go ahead and get this lined up. And use a little bit of my low tack adhesive tape. I will bring in my mini cut and emboss and my plates for my sandwich. And we'll go ahead and get this cut out. All right. So let me move this off to the side. Save my tape for later because I've got another one I'm going to have to cut out. So we'll put that off to the side. And I'm actually gonna need this die again, so I'm gonna set it over here. All right, so let's go ahead and start building the card then. So pecan pie, this is our card base. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm taking this piece of designer series paper and I'm just gonna fold it in half. And I haven't scored it, I'm just gonna fold it in half. I'm gonna take my bone folder. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to, I'll put the glue on the back side and I'm going to center it over my card base so that when I'm done, I will just open this up and we'll have this here. And in fact, I'm looking, I probably, yeah, I've got a piece. Oh, you know what? Maybe that was the piece I was supposed to use. I perhaps used the piece of white cardstock that was supposed to go on the inside. So I will just show you what that looks like when we get done. But I'm going to go ahead and get this glued down. But then I would have been without a piece to do my coffee cup. So it all works out in the end. But I've got this down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I have a little bit more stamping to do. I'm going to stamp on this piece. And I'm going to stamp, "You're the best part of my day." And we're going to do this in the pecan pie. So we'll go ahead and do this. Okay, and I'm going to do it right about here, I think. Very good. So we've got that now, and let me go ahead and get this cleaned off so I don't get myself messed up. And then we're going to take this piece and we're going to adhere it to the center of this piece. So let me go ahead and get this done. Kara, did you get all of your Persephone Garden cards done? I know you guys were working on it. Mom, I know you got yours done. I was thinking about you guys. All right, now we're going to go ahead and adhere this down. I want to see what you guys did with your cards. I know that Krista kind of went a little rogue with her cards. I loved that, and I loved that she shared that with me. It made me laugh because I thought, oh, that is so like Krista. So I'm excited to see what your creations turned out like. All right. So let me get this centered up. And then now we're going to do is we're going to take my coffee mug that we did, and I'm going to go ahead and glue it down as well. You have 4 left to do. Krista got hers all done. That's okay. You didn't have to get them all done in one sitting. Take a break, then you can enjoy doing some more later. All right, let's put our coffee cups on, and I'm going to bring out some dimensionals. Let me find my little tweezers here, and I'm going to put, let's see, I need to look at this because, yeah, all right. I wasn't sure if I had doubled those dimensionals up or not, so I'm going to put 1 dimensional behind this one and 1 dimensional behind this coffee cup. And then we'll layer them, but we're not going to double up on the layer. Whoops, let's move this out of the way. So let's put this coffee cup down here. I'm not sure how I did this before because when I cut them out, the handles are on the other side, which is not a big deal, but it's like, I don't know how I did that. All right, and then I'm going to put maybe this coffee cup underneath that way. All right, we've got that. Now, one of the other things that we're utilizing is this natural, it's called Nature Band. Oh, thank you, Kara. Purple is lavender, such a pretty color. So I'm glad you like them. This ribbon, as you can see, what I've done is I've been cutting it down. So it was this thick, and then I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of just woven together, which makes it easier to be able to maybe take it apart. So what I did is I took my ribbon snips and I'm going to just cut up 2 strands of this. So let me see if I can get 2 strands. And then I'm going to tie a bow with it. And it's really easy to cut because I'm really just cutting between the strands, if you will. It's kind of doing its own thing here. So let me finish getting this cut. And then I'm going to, I wonder if I can just tear this. Ah, look at that. I don't even have to cut. I'm just going to tear it. The only thing with tearing it now is I have like fuzz. So cutting it makes it a little bit cleaner because now I've got all this fuzz. But you know what? That adds texture. So we're going to do it. So now I'm going to go ahead and tie my bow. And let me see. Am I going to be bow challenged tonight? Hopefully not. All right. So let me go ahead and get this situated. There we go. I like that. I'm going to clip this one off. We do have a little bit of texture going on right here, but kind of fun. All right, let's get a glue dot. And let's see, I'm going to get my take your pick. so that I can take my glue dot and just kind of roll it up into a little ball. I'm going to put it on the back of my bow, if I can get it off my finger. Up, up, there we go. And then I will take it and I'm going to just place it right about here on my card. Fun. And now we have card number 1 done. Now, let me show you. I didn't cut a piece for the inside, but you would, because the inside is designer series paper, you would actually cut a piece of cardstock. And actually the kit, because this is a to-go class, and I probably didn't talk about that at the beginning, but because it's a to-go class, you have the option to get this kit for free by placing an order on my online store. And all of that information is on my website. But when you place an order of $40 or more in my online store, then you will get the kit for free. And when you get the kit, you will also get the piece that goes on the inside of your card so that you have a place to sign and put your little message. So that is card number 1. Let's move to card number 2. I'm going to pull this one out. Card number 2 is going to be this one. So what do we have? We have our card base. We have some Lost Lagoon cardstock. We have some designer series paper. I have a little square that I've cut out. I also cut out a circle from vellum. And then I already cut out my coffee. And what I wanted to show you with respect to the coffee is, remember this set has, let me see if I can find it, has the dies. Well, these dies happen to match these coffee cups on the designer series paper. So how fun is that? So I just picked one that I liked and cut it out. And that's how we ended up with this coffee cup that's already cut out. So let me put this off to the side. And then I've got a couple of cups of coffee that we've cut out, a couple of little ones again, with the pecan pie and the Lost Lagoon. So now it's just a matter of assembling this. And so basically what I'm going to do is, I do have some stamping to do. I was going to say, I don't even have any stamping. I do. I have a little bit of stamping to do. So I'm going to take my little square piece, and we are going to stamp "Thanks so much" at the bottom of it in the Early Espresso ink. So let me go ahead and get this opened up. And thanks so much. And let me see, I'm going to pull it down just a little bit so that I can see. Hopefully you guys can see too. Let me get it right about here. There we go. Oh, turned out good. All right, let's move this out of the way and get the stamp cleaned off. Bring in my Stampin' Simple chamois. Get that all taken care of. Now what we can do is we can start to build this card. So back to this cardstock. We're going to fold it. Oh, I think there's 2 here. Maybe not. It looked like there was 2. All right, there's not 2. It's just 1. And let's go ahead and get this folded. Okay. Do I have ink on my fingers? You see my ink? I'm like, how did I get ink on my finger? All right. I always keep extra baby wipes around just in case I get ink on my finger, and I try so hard not to have that happen, but it happens. All right, got that cleaned up. Let's go ahead and start building this card. So we're going to take our cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and get my designer series paper glued down to it. This week has gone by so fast. We didn't get home until the wee hours of the morning on Monday, and I had to work on Tuesday. So, and now all of a sudden tomorrow is Friday. I don't know what happened to this week, but I think just getting back and just, getting reorganized and following up with things. I had a doctor's appointment today and just, regular, oh, you know what? All right. See, I'm talking because I want to chit chat, and then I also need to remember that I have other things I need to do. So I'm going to pull this out. This was a project that I was working on previously, but remember this silicone mat, I had the backings off of this, so I can just stick this down here, but I'm going to move it out of the way because now I'm going to have to stick this down because what I wanted to do is I wanted to put some ribbon around it. So let me go ahead and get this going the way that I want it. I'll turn it over. Obviously this glue's not strong enough. I don't know, maybe it will be strong enough to hold my ribbon down because this ribbon's a little bit thicker than a normal ribbon. So a lot of times when I'm putting my ribbon down, I will take some adhesive tape and have it help me hold that ribbon down. So I'm just pulling it off of, I always have this off to the side whenever I'm working, just in case I need it. And that way my ribbon will stay down. And now that I've got that down, now I'm ready to go ahead and adhere this. So some of my glue has dried, so I'm just going to give it a fresh coat of glue. Move this out of the way, bring this back in. There we go. I feel like I got some ink on this, but not enough that anybody's going to notice, except for me, I think. All right, so I've got that down. Now what we're going to do, now that my fingers are all sticky, we're going to go ahead and put our vellum down. Now remember, when you're working with vellum, you want to be very careful about where you put your glue, because if I were to put the glue anywhere along here, it would show through. I just want to make sure that I get enough on the corner to be able to hold it down, and then I'm going to cover up where the glue is with the rest of my tag. So I'm just going to put a little bit right along here, and then I can turn it this way and place it where I want it to go. So I'm going to go right about here. And you can see, well, maybe you can't. I could see. Let me put it up a little bit more so you guys can see. You can see where the glue is, but I'm going to take this tag and I'm going to place the tag right here. I'm going to put dimensionals behind my tag, and you won't be able to see that glue at all. We're going to hide it. So whenever you're using vellum, just always remember to creatively hide wherever it is that you have your glue so that it doesn't show. So let me move this out of the way, and we'll go ahead and take the backings off of the dimensionals. Put those in the bin. And then I'm going to place this probably right about here. I want to make sure that my vellum is showing. I don't want to hide it too much. There we go. So now we've got that. And then I'll take my coffee cup. I want my heart to be facing up. So let me go ahead and get some glue on the back of this one. And we're going to put the coffee cup about right here. Okay. And now what I can do is I can take my little coffee cups, and we're going to do the same thing that we did with the others, and we're going to take some dimensionals and put them along the back. All right, there was a second coffee cup. What happened to it? Oh my goodness, I just turned it over, didn't I? Did you guys see where it went? Oh, it's right here. I don't know how it ended up over there. Interesting. All right, well, at least I found it. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and let me see, how am I see this is interesting. I almost have to go in here and look. Let me look here. I want to see if, oh, I do. I have two different dies for my coffee cups. And the cups go different ways. So I actually did it this way, but I don't want to confuse you guys, but I was just looking to see the way that my coffee cups were on this previous sample. And I'm like, they're not going the same way that they were going before. That's okay. It's okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't losing my mind. So let's go ahead and we'll put the brown one down first, and we'll tilt it this way, and then we'll put the blue one on top of the brown one this time. And we can go ahead and tilt it that way. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some more of this ribbon, and let me see. I just need two again. I'm getting very creative with this ribbon. Pull that piece off and we can tie another bow. And this card is almost done. All right. What's fun about this, I don't know if you guys can see it. You can see it on the big, but there's little white polka dots. Can you see the little white polka dots? And so you can see the little white polka dots on my ribbon as well, or my little bow that I have here. So we've got that cut. I'm going to take my glue dot again. Put that on the back here. These glue dots are really, really sticky. Get it to stick and not stick to me. All right, there we go. And now what I'll do is I'll put my ribbon down here. And there we go. We have card number 2 done. Isn't this cute? I love this set. All right, card number 2. So let's move into card number 3 now. And card number 3 is this one. And this one has your basic white card base. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. Your basic white card base. And then you've got 3 strips of designer series paper. So we're going to work with 3 strips of designer series paper. Then I've got some more of the pecan pie that I die cut out of that die set that I showed you earlier. And then we've got a piece of basic white. We're going to be doing ribbon again with this. And then I've got a piece that we're going to stamp my coffee cup on. And then we've also got a piece of basic white that we're going to stamp our sentiment on. So let's go ahead and get focused on our stamping. Let me kind of clean up this mess a little bit so that I'm organized. And we will start with the stamping. So let me bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat because I am using photopolymer stamps, and I just have better luck with the photopolymer stamps when there's a little bit of a cushion for my stamps. So, pecan pie. And like I said, I didn't bring my scrap paper in, so I'm not stamping off, which is not what I'm comfortable doing. I typically stamp off first just to make sure I've got everything coated, but we're just going for it tonight. So we've got the hello there, and that turned out really good. So let's go ahead and get this cleaned off. And then I'm going to do the same thing again with my coffee mug. And I'm going to stamp it in the Lost Lagoon. So let's move this off to the side, bring this in. We're going to stamp the coffee mug in the Lost Lagoon. So I got to find my Lost Lagoon. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then again, because of the fact that this stamp just stamps the outline of the coffee mug, I'm going to color my coffee mug in, and I'm going to use my Stampin' Blends for that. So let me get this cleaned off. And I might show you, let me see if I can find my other one. Let me color this one in, and then I'll show you the difference between the two, because this one I'm not going to do the highlighting. I'm going to let the stamp itself be the highlight, whereas before I do that, I got to get my coffee in there because I don't want to color where my coffee needs to go. So I'm going to bring back out my pecan pie and my coffee. Get that centered in there. There we go. Now I have coffee. Then I can start coloring. All right, so I'm just using the Lost Lagoon. Again, only I'm using the light Lost Lagoon marker. So in doing this, if I'm just putting like one coating of the marker, the stamp should show through. Okay, let me get this side done. Almost done. Coloring is so relaxing for me. Oh, also Saturday I am participating in a sip and shop. I believe I posted it on my Facebook page, but my next door neighbor is a pediatric chiropractor, and she is opening a new office. It's just basically right next door to where she was before. But she, for her customers, I guess, they do a sip and shop. So Saturday I will be there for a couple of hours. If you guys are out and about and you want to stop by, there's a lot of different vendors that will be there. So this one you can see where I actually colored in the highlights. This one, not so much. If I were going to spend a little bit more time on this, and I'm not going to do it, but because I colored it in the way that I colored it in, it's like I've got lines in there, but it's kind of fun. So we're just going to go with it. I'm going to go ahead and cut it out as well. So let me go ahead and bring this back in again. All my pieces. And I got to get the die. Oh, yep, I left the die out because I knew I was going to need it again. Here is my tape that I utilized. So we'll put that down there and cut this through. All right. Get this out of the way. For those of you that ordered the Create Happiness Club kit, I have been working to get those kits cut. In fact, I was working on those before I started this live. So I am on target to have those in the mail to you by Monday, May 6th. So everything is going as planned. That was a fun set. You guys are going to have a lot of fun with that. And the Stippled Rose stamp set. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this in here. Get it lined up. It actually kind of goes over the stitches just a little bit, which is fine. Get that lined up the way that I need to. And then I'm going to go ahead and build this out. So we have the coffee cup, and let me see, let me see where my dimensionals went. I'm running low on dimensionals. I have more. But I was going to show you guys that I use every ounce of these dimensionals. So let me go ahead and put this together, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do on the back when I'm ready to put it down. So let's go ahead and get our coffee cup down. And let me see, how did I do that? Okay, just double checking. So I'm going to get my coffee cup down here. Probably right about here, I'm thinking. And then we're going to do more dimensionals. Let me see, I've got one I can use here. So now I'm going to have to take my snips, and I'm going to create another one over here. And then I think I'll do one more and put it right in the middle. I'll do it like this. And get the backs of those off. Oops. All right. And we can put this one up here. I love dimensionals. All right. Did I get that straight? I don't think so. Is that straight? That works. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take strips of these dimensionals and I'm going to put them on the back. I'm not going to put it down yet, but I'm going to get it prepped to go down. So we've got this, and we'll put it back here. And is it too long? Nope, it works out just fine. All right, let's do this one as well. And this way I utilize every ounce of my dimensionals. I just incorporate every little piece of it. And then, okay, I think I need one for the middle, so we're just going to take this one and put it in the middle, and we're ready to go. All right, but we got to get our front prepared. So let's take our card base. And let's go ahead and get it folded and burnished down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add our strips. And I always like to start with the outsides, and then when I put the middle down, the middle I can center in between. So let's go ahead and get one side down first. And let me see, which way do I want it to go? I think maybe this way. So I'm trying to make sure that I have even edges on the top and the bottom and the sides. Fortunately for glue, I can wiggle it around a little bit if I need to. And what's crazy about this is it didn't really give me much wiggle room, but I think I'm still okay. All right, and then we'll go ahead and get this one put down. We'll go ahead and get, whoop, I might have to put a little bit more glue under that one. Get this one centered. Whoop. There we go. I think I need a little bit of glue under here. I'll just do a tiny bit there. Now I can take this one and I'm going to center it right between the other two. Okay. And then of course my, gosh, I should have used this one. Oh well, next time. All right, let's go ahead and get glue down on this. We'll get it centered between the two. The majority of this one's going to be covered by the label, so I'm not too concerned about it, but I would like for it to be fairly even. All right, let's go ahead and take the backing off of this. Oh, except, let's pause for just a minute. I get so excited. I have ribbon that I need to put down. Now, what's fun about this one is I'm actually going all the way across the back of this. So rather than have it meet in the back, I'm going to go across the back this way, so it's going to be seen, and then we'll meet in the middle on the front, and it will be hidden by my panel. So let me go ahead, and I'm just going to cut this off a little bit right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my handy dandy tape, and I'm going to tape down this side right in the middle. It's going to be covered, and then I just want to make sure that it's level. So I'm going to go from the back here, make sure I've got this level since it will be seen, and then we'll come across the front and I'm going to tape it down again. Okay, now we've got that down. Now what I can do is I can take my panel and I'll put my panel over the top of it. Pull those off. And then we'll take the panel and we'll center it side to side, top to bottom. That works for me. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take what's left of this ribbon and we're going to tie a bow. So this is a fairly thick one. And this ribbon, it's just a little stiffer than, you know, the material ribbon that you typically have. This feels more like kind of a burlap. I mean, I know it's not, but that's kind of what it feels like. So let me go ahead and just trim off these edges like so. And I'm going to get another glue dot. Oh, my bow's coming down on my I keep my, let me just fix this. I keep a ribbon on my glue dots so that it doesn't come unrolled. And then all I have to do is slide the ribbon along so that everything stays nice and tight. But my ribbon was coming undone. So let's go ahead. Let me see, which side do I want? I think I'm going to put it back here. All right, very good. And then I'm going to put my bow right about here. And voila, we have card number 3. These cards are so cute. Let me bring them all back in. Let me get my place cleaned up just a tad so that you guys can see. All this stuff out of the way. And this was card number 3 that we just did. And then this was our first card that we did. So this was card number 1. And then, of course, card number 2. Aren't these cards so cute? I'm trying to get them in the, so that you guys can see. How fun is that? Cute, cute. All right, I'm coming back. Hello. So again, tonight is a to-go class. So if you are interested in the kit for free, you can place an order in my online store. Basically what you'll do is you'll go to my website and it will give you all the specifics as far as what you need to do for placing your order. A $40 order will get you the kit for free. And I'm not sure, I didn't use any embellishments on these aside from the ribbon. And I don't have any additional ribbons. So we're just going with the $40 order. for the kit for free. But they're so cute, and there's so much more that you can do with these, with this stamp set and dies. So thank you for joining me tonight. I'm checking the time. Oh my gosh, everything I talked about tonight, and I stayed within an hour, which is really good because normally I go over. So I'm glad I was able to stay on task and get things done. If you have any questions about the catalog, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I know it's different, but once you really start spending some time with it to understand where Stampin' Up! Was coming from, it will make more sense to you. Just know that there are so many more products online. This catalog was not intended to be all of everything that Stampin' Up! Has, so you can go online. If you haven't joined my mailing list, I'm looking at those of you that, sent me notes today, or, responded during the live. I know you're already on my mailing list, but if you're not, please do sign up. You can go to my website and sign up for my mailing list as well. That will keep you abreast of all the activities that are going on, including the demonstrator special, the new sign up special for demonstrators, and again, the to-go class. So thank you very much for joining me tonight, and I will see you guys next week for our Facebook Live. Take care, guys. Bye.